Hi, this is K.Brackett, and today we're going to be telling you about building relationships with families in early childhood education. It's very important to build relationship with your families of your students in your classroom. They are the first best resource that you have for finding out the ins and outs of what their family is like and what their child is like, and you need to use them as a resource as much as you possibly can. Each family is special. We have to view each family as unique, like snowflakes. Every snowflake looks alike from the outside, but if you take a microscope to it, very, very different on the inside. Each family is special. Each family has their own culture, and we must learn each family, and we must respect each family's unique perspective. In our family, we talk a lot about family culture and how some things are different in one family and how compared to another family. For instance, in our family, we've never really drank. We're not heavy drinkers at all, but for other families, it's perfectly okay to drink. So, and there's no really right or wrong in that situation. It's just how our families are different. You can also look at discipline as one of those things. Some families have discipline where it's strong and consistent every single time, and there's no really wiggle room, and sometimes that works, but sometimes it's so strict that the child acts out because of it. And there's other families that are so lax and that nothing is ever the same, and there's just chaos in their family at all times, that the child has no structure, and again, there are issues. So we just have to look at each family and learn their family culture and try to learn from them and see how you can deal with the child at that point. Each family has their own specific strengths. What we need to do is look at the family and find out what the strengths are. We also need to look at the positive aspects of the family. You know, what good do they do? And we also have to let go of that notion that the family needs to be fixed somehow. I know that there are a lot of dysfunctional families out there, but it's not our job to fix that family. It's our job to teach the child and give them the best learning experience possible. And when we do that, then we let go of the notion that we need to fix that family and that family is wrong. What we need to do is just treat the child and the parents with respect and do the best that we can with what we have given to us. We also can identify at that point some of the outside things that can help in a child, because if you're looking at family strengths and you notice that there might be a weakness of some sort, then you can make that a strength by offering help or offering some sort of guidance for families to be able to become a better family and a stronger family. When you're talking about IEPs and things like assessments and all those types of things, you need to include the families in all the decision making, because ultimately the family is going to be the one that is affected greatly by what the child has to learn or has to focus on, everything like that. The family is a focus of the services that we are providing, not just the child, but the whole entire family. Just know that the parents are your first best advocate for their child. They know their child better than anyone else, and they know their likes and their dislikes, and they know what would help them the most. So we need to help have the families be part of the decision-making process, and once you own something like that too, you are more apt to become involved in it more fully. So our next thing is the support services that we offer are for the entire family. So that just means it's not just for the child, it's not for, it's for the whole entire family. Sometimes having a new job for mom will trickle down and it'll make the child's life better. So what we need to do is just make sure that we're supporting the entire family in the situation that we're in. So we can do that by giving them informational support, such as pamphlets, books things like that, articles. We can give them material support. I know that in our school, we've had a lice problem lately, and lice shampoo can become expensive, and it's also very harsh for the child's head. So what we do is we give out this shampoo called Queen Helene, and it kills all the lice that is on the child, and it also is very non-toxic, and it's very gentle to the child's head. So it helps the child and it helps the family, and so that's part of the material support that we give. And also we have to give emotional support. Having a special needs child is a very, very hard and difficult thing, and sometimes the parent just needs a minute to vent, or actually maybe look at someone like their teacher, the child teacher, and know that the child teacher knows that it's really difficult sometimes having this child, but sometimes it's really fun too, and to maintain that emotional support is really important for families as well, and it will build the relationship farther. Last but not least, when you have all your ducks in a row and you're ready to give that support, remember that there are different participation levels that are available. So what you need to do is, depending on how the child reacts to you or how the parent reacts to you, if the parent doesn't want to help you that much and just wants to do what they're doing, remember that they have busy schedules and they're trying to do other things too. And so it might just be up to you to implement these IEPs and make sure that the child gets as much help as they possibly as you possibly can give in the short time that you're allotted. Also remember that sometimes these kids have a really hard time trying. They failed so many times in the past, and they know it's just a really difficult thing to write their name compared to other children, and they might want to give up. So make sure that you have open-ended activities and make sure that they're fun, so these children can get as much participation as they can out of one or two activities that you plan. Again, in conclusion, I'd like to say that relationships and families are essential if you're going to be teaching a special needs child, and you also need to maintain a professional relationship, so no talking about other people's families to other families. Maintain confidentiality at all times, and if you need any other if you need to look up anything, there is a Child Care Plus tip sheet, number 24, you can look up online, or you can look in the textbook called Young Children with Special Needs, and it will show you some other ideas to help your relationship building with families. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day.